Alright, I assume this is working. So, I'm making a video again of some Overwatch. I feel like in my last video I sort of introduced myself and then I kind of got distracted. So I'm going to do this again and hope that it works better. Now give me a minute, I'm going to close my door. Alright. So, alias is Satanic Juggalo. The reason behind that is basically it was created to make fun of edgy people. I'm 17, senior at Baltimore School for the Arts, and I am gonna be a freshman at Towson next year, Towson University. So that's basic stuff about me. I have autism. I have autism, high functioning. Politically, I'm a centrist, and yeah, that's just some stuff. Speaking of politics, that's actually what I'm going to talk about today while I play the game. So this topic is police. So basically, sorry. Basically, I reblogged a post that said, instead of saying fuck the police, how about you don't break the fucking law? And I think I got a lot of backlash for that. For example, my boyfriend was at the Standing Wrong protests, and because of that, he has an extreme bias against police, because the police there were basically a weaponized, like, army, and I think he doesn't realize that that's not how normal, police are supposed to be. They handled Standing Rock really fucking badly. But as somebody who lives in Baltimore and has to deal with police every fucking day, I can say for a fact that I think it's time for us to stop demonizing police and also stop breaking the law. There's nothing good that come out of this tension. We either have to figure things out peacefully or not figure things out at all. And yes, I would say I'm a pacifist. I don't believe in violence unless it's to defend yourself and, other certain circumstances, and even those circumstances have to do with defending yourself only. And no, when I say defending myself, I don't mean that you rob a store and you're defending yourself against the police arresting you, and then when they have to forcibly arrest you because you're struggling, that there's an article about you about how police brutality is becoming a thing. So no, that's not the kind of defense I mean.
Who stole Genji from me?
Ooh, somebody stole Genji. Oh well. So, when I mean defending yourself, I mean like somebody's, like the Antifa or maybe the alt-right try to, kick your ass. And so, what you do is you kick their ass right back. Now that is proper use of violence. Defending yourself against terrorists, in other words. Yes, I consider anybody who tries to get violent at protests or turn protests violent for political aims, I consider them terrorists. I don't care what side you're on. I think that's what makes me so great. I know that sounds very stuck up, but I think that my kind of worldview about this kind of stuff is a big advantage to me, and I'm proud of it. I think being able to to look past the groups, the colors. Now, I'm not saying I look past them all completely. If there's a stereotype that that has been deemed to be true, then I will go by that stereotype. But when they usually are not stereotypes involving crime. So, for example, I'm not gonna say somebody is a criminal just by the way they look. I'm gonna determine who's a criminal by if they do a crime and get caught and get proven guilty. So it goes back to my point. I want to say that there absolutely is corruption in the police force. A lot of people want to twist my words around and say that I'm defending all of the police, or that I think they're like these amazing people, which they are, but that they can do no wrong. And I want to say that they do wrong. There's corruption, but I believe that there's also no more corruption than any other group. And the media, the social media, the internet, always has groups that focus on that negative aspect. Whether it's focusing the negative aspects of feminism or the Democrats or the right. That in the end, it's in the end it's just there's always going to be corruption. There's always going to be something to look down upon and criticize, and the police is not immune to that. But I don't think that means we should be calling them like these devils in blue suits, because that's not true. Now, I live in the middle of Baltimore City. I've said this before. I've dealt with police a lot, especially since I moved back to Baltimore City when I was about 13. There were police who knew they're like, oh, police don't like minorities. Excuse me? If it weren't for police, there'd be a lot more dead minorities than there were now. If there weren't police, racist, awful, hateful people would be assaulting and killing people on the streets. And sometimes in poor neighborhoods, people will be killing each other. And I'm not just saying like this as, and I'm not trying to limit this to like color, so I think a lot of people want to think it's a African American kind of problem, but I think it's an economic problem. I think the poorer you are, the more likely you are to commit a crime. That's just me. I could be wrong. Who knows? I don't really care. So without the police, much more shit would be happening that's bad. Much fucking more. And yes, I get that there are some police that discriminate. But when I was dating a girl and I thought she was going to kill herself and I called a police dispatcher and talked to police on the phone too, they were by no means discriminatory to me. They didn't know my skin color. I probably sounded black on the phone because a lot of people say I tend to sometimes. And you know what? They didn't discriminate. They didn't say anything. They tried to help me. Officer Johnson, the person who's the police officer at my school, he's one of the coolest dudes there. Or what about those videos of police, there's a woman getting shot up by her boyfriend and he's helping the kids escape. Or the police that have a cookout with protesters and the kids of the protesters. We need to stop this, such hatred, or think that if the police don't call out, it's not the police's job to call out other bad police. Just like it's not black people's job to call out, just like it's not Black Lives Matter's job to call out the corrupted part of Black Lives Matters. I digress anyways, I'm not a fan of the group either, of the Black Lives Matter group, but that's for a different reason, which I will cover on in another video or later. My point though is that if you don't expect Muslims to apologize for extremists, then don't expect police to apologize for the bad apples. Just don't fucking do it.
Can you please let me be Genji, dude?
Fuck, I shouldn't have gone Battle Mercy. I'm aware that there will be discrimination against minorities, from police. But as somebody who is a minority and who hasn't faced discrimination from police, I'd say that not everything is such a lost cause as everybody seems to think. Everybody's so, angry all the time.
Did Genji even do anything? Is Genji even doing anything?
Fucking hell! We're getting dominated. Sorry. Are you shitting me? 1 second. Oh fuck, not again. I could have gotten that res, but I didn't have enough fucking ulti charge. Sorry, I should get back on topic. My point, though, is that the police are fucking amazing. They're lifesavers. Literally. When somebody breaks into your store and fucking steals your shit, who's gonna be there? The fucking police. That's who's gonna be there. They're gonna be there to help you. You know? When somebody beats you the fuck up, you know, for dumb shit, maybe, you bump them on the street, they say, yo, what the fuck, man? And then they hit you, sock you a couple times, bop, bop, bop. You know who's gonna be there? The police. And yes, I'm not saying there isn't bias against that kind of shit. I'm well aware that there is against types of groups of people. But I think we need to stop focusing on that to the... I'm not saying not focus on it at all, but stop focusing on it to a point where, like, we forget that the police's job is to protect us. And although there are police who are not doing their job, there's a fucking amount of people who are doing their job who are police. And I have so much respect for those police. And I think it's about time people stop dissing them. I know a lot of you might say, Zoe, you look white. Yeah, my name's Zoe. Zoe, you look white though, so you probably are benefiting from privilege and, you know, you're getting treated fucking well by the police because of that. And again, I will have to say, when I've spoken to police on the phone, they didn't know I was white. Not just dispatchers, actual police too. You know, and even still, you can't claim that I'm privileged just because of the skin color I have. Privilege is wealth-based, not really race-based. And you might say, but they stereotype people based on color. And I'm like, okay, here's an example. The police might stereotype somebody who's black as having saggy pants, shirt, you know, kind of Porsche-looking clothes. You want to know why? Because a fair amount of African American people also tend to be poor. They're stereotyping it based off of economic class, not race. So, again, a lot of people also think that you need to look rich or look well off. And because of that, people accuse me of being privileged because I look wealthy or that I look like, I don't know, upper middle class. My dad got laid off a few years ago. He was lucky enough to find a job, but if he didn't, we wouldn't be able to keep the house that we have. And it's a fucking small town house, so. Or my mom. She had a fucking pay cut of 20%, and she's a hard-working ass doctor. She's not coming home until like 9 at night tonight. I can't afford my own pair of shoes during junior year. Okay? My dad was laid off twice, maybe more times, during the course of my life. I have moved 7 times. For both economic and family reasons. So don't tell me I'm privileged, because I don't see it anywhere. People say, oh, you have luxuries like a computer and a phone. Before I got the phone I had, the iPhone 6 Plus, the phone I had before that, an iPhone 4, that didn't work, was broken basically, I had for 4 years. And before that, I had a flip phone. The fancy ass case that I have, I was given for free by somebody who made the case as a present. The computer I have, an HP Omen, took a year to get the money for. About a year, maybe a little less. But a long time either way. And so when my computer exploded that I had, I basically had to go in a broken old ass Toshiba laptop that I've had for even many more years until I could get the money to fix um or to buy myself a new laptop. So I don't see this privilege y'all are talking about sometimes. I really do not. Anyways, back to my point. As somebody who's a minority and has lived in Baltimore City and has dealt with police, I think it's fair to say that we need to stop being so angry about them, and we need to stop committing crimes. If we weren't committing crimes in the first place, we wouldn't need the police that you so fucking despise. And when I say you, I mean basically, anybody on the right and the left, but mostly the left, who basically doesn't like the police or wants to go against the police. Because whether or not you like what they do, they're here, baby, and they're here to protect us. And if you want to be violent at your protests because you want to, always find a reason to be mad at things, then I do hope that you fucking get your head pounded into the ground by those police. Rightfully. And when I say that, I mean as they slam you against the ground for resisting arrest because your liberal asses, couldn't take, the fact that getting violent and throwing rocks at police cars is fucking illegal. But I digress. Anyways, my point, though, is that, this whole politics stuff is honestly stupid. I don't, in terms of, and I'm talking about police because I shared, a photo on Facebook I told you about, and, people were kind of freaking out. My boyfriend was like, hey, how about you stop? We don't have to commit crimes we don't want to, but also they should stop, making it a military. And I had to explain to him, this is really not all the police. His bias against police due to his experience with Standing Rock is so deeply ridden within him that he can't seem to... Now, I love him, though. He's my boyfriend. And I could be wrong, but him and many other people seem to think that there's no hope at all for the police. There's not one good police out there, and it's really fucking unfortunate because I've seen so many good things. I've heard so many good things. I've experienced so many good things. I think it's about time we stop this. It's us against them bullshit and try to work together. And I know somebody's gonna be like, but we have worked together and that hasn't worked. No, you haven't. You haven't tried. Instead of, you want to change things by going against the system, instead of manipulating the system. So instead of having a war, maybe you try having a sabotage or a coup, but not a war. And I don't mean that literally, I mean it metaphorically. So when I mean coup, I mean get more people who support your cause in power, and then dismantle, whatever system you don't like from the inside out. But if you're gonna, complain and protest, which protesting is fine, but if that's your go-to, then that means that you have an it's us against them mentality to the point where you're not looking at other options, and then you claim that we don't have other options. Yes, you do. You're just not looking at them. You feel? This is coming from me, somebody who's had not the best life, but looks like she has. This is from somebody who basically had to bust their ass to get here. And despite all of the hardships I've gone through, I still have the views that I have because I realize there's so much more to being a victim and feeling like everything's against you. I'm done with feeling like that. I don't want to feel like that. I refuse to feel like that. And after, looking on the internet, having real experiences, going around in person, looking at fucking numbered statistics, I realize that there is much more to that. To this all. And it's a reason why I stopped identifying as a liberal and then started identifying as a centrist. It was just basically, people. I saw the bad side and I realized it wasn't worth it. Fuck. Fuck. Anyways, other stuff I was talking about. There are some things that tend to be more left-leaning that I do agree with, which is why I tend to say I'm left-leaning. I support abortion, I support equal rights for everyone. But I'm not going to do that by getting violent or supporting violence or illegal activity. I believe that you need to be more sneaky and change your mentality if you want to make change, because the mentality we've been having for so long, although it works, there's things that could work better. I believe there are things that could work much better. Things that could work much, much better. Fuck, the Genji's targeting me. Fucking Widow. Fuck. We're dead. Defeat. We tried. Do I want to do quick play again? Sure, why not? And also I think people like to call me ignorant. They're so quick to call me ignorant. There's this girl even who's my Facebook friend, I'm not gonna say names, who basically is like, I'm better than you intellectually and maturedly, and it's just like, it's like, like right now, I'm deleting comments basically on if you want to say fuck the police, don't be fucking breaking the law. I deleted comments that said fuck the police. Maybe it was people trolling, I don't fucking know. But either way, my point though is like, deleted them because I don't want fucking terrorist slogans on my wall. And yes, I believe that if you're anti-police, you're probably a terrorist or somebody who's heavily misguided, misinformed, and ignorant. I digress. Anyways, I don't even know what I'm saying at this point, but I've had experiences of my own, and I'm smarter than a lot of people think. And people think I'm not smart because I disagree with a liberal agenda, and also, honestly, a conservative agenda. I mean, it is what it is in the end, but my point is like, I mean, this is also just me venting because the whole Facebook thing is happening as I talked and right before I talked. And you know, nobody likes, nobody likes bullshit. Nobody wants to deal with bullshit from other people. When people call me ignorant, I do believe that that is them bullying me and insulting the intelligence that I do believe I have. Um, fuck. That wasn't fun. Sorry, I'm getting my ass kicked right now. Sorry. Anyways, in the end, I just think that it's time for us to stop hating and start loving. And there's so much hate on both sides that it's not working. Liberals like, we only hate haters. That would work if you didn't accuse everybody who didn't agree with you as haters. Because you honestly do. Accuse everyone you disagree with as haters. And that's why I stopped associating with you fucks. Hey, and don't worry, I'm gonna come after the conservatives, too. See, I'll do something about I'll say some shit about conservatives right now. Hey, conservatives, it's not killing babies because a fetus isn't a baby, for example. Or, your religion is stupid, Christianity is outdated, almost as outdated as Islam, and, um, and you need to stop justifying it to hate people, or using it to justify hate people. See, I'm gonna come at all factions. Like, people wanna fuck with me, I'm gonna fuck with people. Sure, liberals can whine and mope and be scared, but conservatives should also. Because I honestly don't want to deal with bullshit. No one wants to deal with bullshit, but especially I don't. And after seeing the hypocrisy and evils from both sides, you know, it really makes you think. Oh gosh, I forgot how fun it was to play Junkrat. Fuck, and now I remember why I stopped. That was a joke. I don't know who I should play. I should probably play somebody else, but I don't know who. Maybe I should go Hog, but then we'd have 3 tanks. Why the fuck didn't that kill McCree? The after bombs should have killed him. Fuck you, Blizzard. Don't actually take my word for fuck you, Blizzard. I love you, Blizzard, but fuck you at the same time. Get the fuck off my point. Ugh. Meh. I guess I'm not at the top of my game now. All this politic bullshit has kind of been getting, in at me and not always the best of moods. Again, I want to make this clear for the liberals who seem to not know how to listen, that I understand that there is corruption in the police force and the government. I do think there needs to be some major government changes. But I'm not going to, use the same tactics you do, especially when I do know that there are good people out there who just happen to be fucking cops, and there are good people out there who also happen to work for the government, and that there are good people out there who are actively working to change the system, and that which doesn't constitute of screaming and holding picket signs with cheesy, slogans on it. Yeah, fuck off, Genji. Oh, wait. Yeah, fuck off, Genji. Anyways, yeah, this is a very kind of politically charged video, but I figured I might as well make it blow off some steam. I might delete it later, but I highly doubt it. Fuck. I got arrowed. Stay on the point, fuckface. Oh, what? Fuck. Yeah. What the fucking fuck? Oh, I like that Genji stone. Well, fuck you. I'm the better Junkrat. I've used to main Junkrat. Oh well. Loser is a loser is a loser. Upvote your healers. Give them love. Yes, please give them love. Huh? I don't know what I'm doing. I'll probably end this video once I get to Prestige 3. Level 3 on Prestige. I got my Prestige, by the way, in case you guys haven't saw. It makes me proud. Quite proud. Ooh, Hollywood. Attacking, so I should go. I'm gonna go Mercy. Not go Mercy. I need food. Shit, mate. Alright, if that person doesn't go tank, then I am going to go hog. I guess I should say I main hog in Mercy, and I used to main hog in Junkrat. I don't anymore. We could always use another healer. Or not. What does QP mean? Okay, it's quick play. There's nothing wrong. So for suggesting a hero, like, I don't get it. I'm not saying you have to play a healer, I was just suggesting it. Implying as if I cared either, I don't. I was just thinking of a good comp, like what is it called? I don't know how to say it. Fuck, I don't know the word for it. You know what, never mind. Oh, don't worry about it. Quick play's the place where you can get better at heroes you want to get better at. Except in my case, that was 3v3. I got decent at Mercy playing a shit ton of 3v3. Oh, they left the game! That fucking sucks. Oh well. I'd say I'm a Mercy main in denial. Like, I don't think I'm a Mercy main, but I play her so fucking often that I might as well be. I used to main like Roadhog and Junkrat, but then I started playing Mercy so much, like in arcade and then in quick play, that yeah. Who's somebody? I'm much better with heroes in general while playing 3v3. 3v3 is fun as fuck. No, no, Hanzo. No, 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 no. Get over, get. I need healing. The healer needs healing. No! Fuck you, Mercy! Fuck you, other Mercy. I'm the better Mercy. Fuck off. Not really, but I might as well. That might as well be like my YouTube catchphrase. I'm the better insert character here. Fuck off. No more death, please. You know what? Fucking I'll res this bitch. Please stop attacking me. I'm just. What sucks about Diva when it comes to healing her is that, like, if you heal her and her mech dies, then you can't get all those quality tank heals that you want. which means that I can't alt farm. Oh, fuck you, Mercy's other team. Go fucking... Who the fuck? Oh, it's fucking Bastion.
The wonders of modern medicine.
30 seconds remaining.
Screech. I don't know why. I'm on a losing streak right now, I guess, socially and on Overwatch, apparently. We can do this. Alright, y'all, we can do this. Whew. I got Hanzo'd. Yes, we secured the payload. Oh my god, so many dead people orbs I could have used that revive on. Fucking hell, mate. Yeah, baby, show me where it hurts. No, get the fuck away from me. You melty motherfucker. No, Tracer, fuck off. No! What's happening? Where's it coming from? Oh. You both can get a second chance. You really stepped up our game on this one. Recall from that, bitch. No! No! It's my first death.
Good as new.
No, I need help. No, protect your healer. Fuck. Damn, we're doing good though. I'm glad. This would be our first win. It's okay, don't worry about it. Yes. Don't worry about it. It's all good. Yeah, in the end, it's just quick play, as they said earlier. I'd say the best thing about being a healer is the amount of love they give you. If you do the healing right or do the res right, they give you love. Alright, let's open this baby, see what we got. 2 purples. Sorry, I had to talk to my mom real quick. We've been trying to get our hands on that unicorn frap. You feel? Speaking of which, so I leveled up. Got a nice win at the end of this. Talked politically. I want y'all to know, though, that in the end of the day, if you respect my opinion, I'll try my best to respect yours, and a lot of the time I will. So please, keep it peaceful, non-hostile, and know that in the end, I love all of you. Anyways, I'm gonna get going. Thanks again for watching.